Flowers, written on the 2nd of September 2024, um, written by me, Luciana Jelicich. Flowers. Beautiful Brian laid down in a field of wildflowers. He was so tired from fighting demons the last many months to save me. He had wounds which I, sitting comfortably beside him, used to heal them. I was comfortable because I felt so safe and peaceful beside his big body so full of love and sacrifice. Some little sparrows came beside us and pitter-pattered around to see what was happening. Brian picked a long-stemmed purple flower and put it behind my ear, and then brushed my hair a little with his ginormous hand, so strong and battle-weary and gentle to me. Having patched him up, I lay down next to him, and he held me. I felt so small and safe and healthy. We slept in the warm sun, the slightest breeze to keep us comfortable. After some rest, I opened my eyes. Brian was still asleep. The flowers were so pretty to wake up to. There was still a lot of day left as we had fought through the night. I sat up, touched Brian's face and body a little for a little comfort as he slept, and then made a daisy chain to put in my hair because I felt a little royal beside Brian. He made me feel so special, like a princess. Everyone else had abandoned me to an evil lair full of bad spirits, but he rescued me. It took a long time and a lot of magic. I never knew Brian was so magical. I knew he was strong, but turns out he's a powerful wizard as well. Finally, he woke up and sat next to me, so tall even sitting. He brushed my hair off my face with one gentle swoosh and gave me a quick kiss on my lips, drawing me near him with wizardry in that kiss as I leaned into him as his lips departed mine. "You're mine, aren't you?" he said. "Well, yes, I guess maybe I am," I replied. "Lucky you're so very handsome. And lucky you're an angel. My angel." And he kissed me softly for 1 second, and he drew me in closer still. "You okay?" I asked. "Yes. Thank you for patching me up. You have a good knowledge of medicine." "My mother taught me," I replied. I hugged him tight. "Thank you for not abandoning me. I was so scared." "I know. You never knew I would come for you, did you?" "No, I'm sorry. I just never knew." "We need to eat," he said as he got to his feet, and lifting me up with him. You okay to walk?" "Yes, I think so. Let me get some flowers and mint to make us a tea when we get some hot water. That will make us warm and well after such a battle as we have had." "It's a long walk to civilization," he said as he put his hand around my waist. I carried a bunch of flowers for our tea, his hand around my waist. He was so considerate because his arm around my waist served to lift me off the ground a little, making my steps so light and easy. The sun began to set and the air became cold. "Luciana," he said, "do you trust me?" "Yes, of course. What's wrong?" "Sit behind this rock and stay very still." He sat me down behind some very big stones. I was cold and hungry. A demon who had been following us flew down to attack my champion, but through what I've come to know as his wizarding fingers came lightning bolts. And the demon convulsed, moved away, and then attacked again. I was so scared. Will they ever leave us alone? I buried my face in my collection of wildflowers as I hid these flowers, the promise of a warm tea by a fire and the addition of flavor and health and to warm bread and soup. I wanted that with Brian tonight, that comforting moment of peace and sustenance, just him and I. I shivered and the smells of the wildflowers became more intense in my fear. After some time, the demon was destroyed. Brian picked me up and I wasn't watching anymore. He carried me away from the scene. He walked a long time with me in his arms. I had mine around his neck. "I'm sorry, Brian," I cried. "Don't be," he said coolly. "I don't know why they follow me. "I do," he said. And then we were quiet. He wouldn't let me walk one step. He carried me the entire way. Finally, we came to a tavern. He set me down by a fire. He asked the keep if we could have hot water and cups and soup and bread. When the food and water came, I shakily plucked my wildflowers into the hot water and some into the thick soup. He sat by the fire with me. We drank and ate all the while. He looked at me with an almost blank expression, but full of intelligence. I feel he was thinking quite a lot as he ate and stared at me. The flowers and mint made us feel better. I liked the crusty bread and the hearty soup. I guess I stared back at him as he watched me eating. "Luciana, I think I shall marry you. Would you like that?" I had finished my last sip of tea as he said it, and I kissed him with wet lips for 1 second, and he drew me into him as we warmed by the fire. The end.